At the convergence of the Ohio, Allegheny, and Monongahela rivers, we're in the football town of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania at Acrisure Stadium. Ball is teed up. Chris Boswell to do the honors. And we're underway from Pittsburgh. It's Brandon Powell with the return. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. Starting the drive with a give to Jones. He's descended upon quickly and dropped out. Game. Patrick Queen ranging in for the tackle. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9. Here's McCarthy to throw. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
Complete beyond the marker. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains. 1st and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. Operating from the gun, it's McCarthy. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. First time this game they've looked to him. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Now a give up the middle to Jones. And he's brought down for a loss.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
What's in the playbook here as they come up on 3rd and 11. From the shotgun, McCarthy finds him over the middle. And he's brought down after a short gain.
Those little short throws, they are high percentage and certainly bread and butter. But they really run the risk of a quick tackle just like that and being stopped short of the sticks.
They still need 10, but the offense getting set on 4th down. McCarthy to throw for it. Into a crowd, and intercepted! Cole Holcomb has it. And the Steelers, they're off to a great start defensively. They force a turnover on the opening possession.
You know what this is, Kate? This is the practice field coming to life. Really on both sides of the ball. Well, you watch defensive coaches preach all the time, and they work on these returns to get to the near sideline, everybody to get a block. And then for those offensive players to show the effort to go chase that down so it's not a pick six. Yeah, it stinks for the offense, but that was the practice field coming to life for everybody to see.
First snap, and Wilson wants to throw. Rolling left, buying some time. He's running with it. And he drives this down to the 8 before going out.
Well, you don't get the first down, but I'll tell you this, Kate, that drives the defense and the defensive coordinator nuts. They do everything right, they win, and yet still QB makes something out of nothing.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. On the carry, this is Ncaa26. And he'll get them enough for a first down.
You know what I like about a second and short run play, Kate? Yeah, I like getting a first down. But you know what I like even more? That's going to set up a play-action pass in a similar down and distance, and that defense is going to have to key on the run.
A dose of the hurry-up offense here.
No gain on the play.
Touch 50, touch 50.
And goal at the 5-yard line.
Russ now from the gun. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
You know, when we were growing up in the backyard, we call them alligators. 1 alligator, 2 alligator, 3 alligator. He needed another alligator in order to get that ball off. Credit the defense for forcing the incompletion.
And got his man. That's a Pittsburgh touchdown. The Steelers pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. He finds one of his great receivers, Brock, and they are off to a great start to begin this ball game.
Yeah, it's such a positive offensively when you can go find not just a field goal, but a touchdown on that opening drive. And defensively, this starts to shake the foundation of your preparation and makes you wonder what's in store.
Chris Boswell for the point after. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Steelers will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Now Boswell on to send this away. Powell now to return. And he gets across the 30 before he's brought down.
The Vikings take over first and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
Chance here for one final play before the end of the quarter. Here's McCarthy, 1st and 10. That winds up incomplete and brings an end to our opening quarter. We will not get another play in here. That's going to do it for quarter number 1. Neither side separating much so far. More from Acrisure Stadium after the break. We're ready now for the second quarter to begin. Vikings in control of it. They still have 10 to go here. It's 2nd down. Connects with his back, Aaron Jones. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stops.
Translatable skills. That's what you call it. So effective as a runner, but those same traits that make him a great runner, adept at getting those yards, well, he translates now as a receiver in the open field.
He has the first over the middle, and he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of third downs just like that.
Counterplay, Jones. And he gets it past the 50 and down to the Steelers' side of the field. A nice 6-yard pickup. They're going to have 2nd and 4.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know and you may come back to. Because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of the defense.
He can run it. He's got room to roam here. And a massive hit at the end of that play. Oh, baby. But he hangs on through it. Still able to get that first down.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
First and 10 now from the 30.
60 Bison, 60 Bison.
From the shotgun, McCarthy. Has a man, Justin Jefferson. And they've got him down near the red zone at the 22. It's the 2-minute warning now from Acrisure. The Vikings at a deficit. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. They give to Jones, right side. And they make the stop as that play reaches the 14-yard line. Vikings out of the hurry-up, meet everyone back to the line. Going to the ground again on first. And he's still looking for the play that sparks the ground game as that one stopped for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few. He got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Back to throw. Here's McCarthy. Escapes out to the left. It's another first half mistake. He's intercepted again. Ncaa26 takes it away. Now that right there, that is rising to the occasion in the red zone, partner. Could have saved 3 points there, heck, maybe twice that with that interception.
You know, these defenders are willing to bend and bend. These offenses are so good in this league, and they know how critical the red zone is. And when you get an interception like that, you just break. You break the will of that offense and the confidence, and those are big time. You're right. Put some points on the board for that defense with that effort.
First down, here's Russ. Now this is intercepted. That is back-to-back passes. Byron Murphy picks it. Oh my goodness, Brock. I don't think I've ever seen this back-to-back plays, and we've got back-to-back interceptions.
And I would be stunned here, Kate, floored, if we saw a third in a row right here. It might be the time to remind both of these offensive coordinators, you can run the ball, because these secondaries are locked in.
The Vikings call a timeout. It'll be their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
Kate, don't think for a second this is time you step off the gas. You can feel this defense, right? They're on their heels. And now's the best chance to go push the envelope and get aggressive.
Ball at the 33 for first down. Now it's McCarthy. That's Jefferson. He's got it. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. Working inside the red zone. Chased out to his right. And this ball's incomplete with just 2 seconds remaining. Gonna have to wait a little longer for his first catch of the game. So now it'll be second and goal.
I love the mobility here. Starts great, escapes pressure, get out of harm's way. You just wish if you're the offense here, you could have found a completion to keep in rhythm.
Smith able to put it through. And it's dropped back down now to a 4-point game. So we finished 2 quarters. A couple more to come after this short break. More of the NFL on EA Sports after this. Back from the break, I'm Kate Scott, joined by Brock Heward, and we are just moments away from the beginning of our second half. Here's Reichard set to kick this away. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30.
Alert, 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 alert.
Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. Fryermuth there to bring it in. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. Wilson on first and 10. Caught by Fryermuth. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. An excellent gain, 20 yards there, and that's going to move the sticks. All right, set now, first and 10. Wilson now. Pass taken in by Fryermuth. And he didn't get much time to secure it as he takes a shot. Good job to even hang on through that catch there. Once more, it's Wilson. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Well, no luck on his first look of the game, but still plenty of options left on third and short. Sticking in the air with Wilson. And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. Fourth down coming up.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last second attempt to get rid of it.
He'll throw it. He finds him beyond the marker. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. I should know this by now, Brock. I don't know if you're a Broadway guy, but there's a lot of names that belong on the playbill for this lead we've got here. But his name belongs on the marquee as he brings in his second touchdown grab.
Yeah, a bunch of contributors all throughout this roster. No, not a Broadway guy. And with 2 scores now, it's what, a 2-score game? Yep. Easy to see he's been one of the key actors throughout.
Appreciate the honesty. Boswell to add the PAT. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Steelers drive their lead to 11. Now Boswell on to send this away. Trying to locate it. Oh no, he lost it! And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. McCarthy to throw it. Oh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
Well, he needed another second to deliver the throw he wanted to. You got to give a lot of credit that time, Kate, to the pass rush for getting in and forcing him to dish it before he was ready.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. McCarthy throwing here. Oh no, they get him yet again. And the Steelers return the interception close to the red zone. He's stopped inside the 25. Well, no doubt they envisioned that as the start of a second-half push for the lead. But the defense, well, defense had other ideas, Brock, protecting their team's advantage and taking possession back on the first play of the series.
Not the way you needed to start the half if you were thinking comeback, but exactly the way to start the half if you're trying to take this lead and step on it. That's a defender who sensed the need for a splash play and delivers. That's a nice job there by the linebacker. He kind of looks like a cornerback on that, doesn't he? Perhaps those cover guys can have a little fun with him in practice this week because he looked like a DB right there, swatting the incompletion.
Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down. Shotgun snap for Wilson. And oh, he got it! Interception! Picked up by Stephon Gilmore. And the Vikings are tackled after a stellar return. Following the interception, they're going to take over at their 40.
Well, that's it right there. That's the resilience and the mental toughness that every coach wants to see from his defense. Not a great spot for him. Backed up close enough that they're going to get shots taken in the end zone. But instead of collapsing under pressure, they rose up and they created the takeaway.
Has the connection to Hopkinson. Rolling into enemy territory. And he pushes this down to the 42 before going down. They get 18 yards out of it and a new set of downs. One play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory. Throwing on 1st, it's McCarthy. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up. Trying again, following the set. He's on the move. Has it downfield, working the left. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
The analytics are pretty clear. It's hard to move the ball in this league with short little dinks and dunks. You've got to get the explosive chunk. You've got to get the big play. And that throw to the outside, that gets the job done.
That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Just couldn't hang on through the contact. And that makes it 2nd and goal. So they opt for the shorter pass later in the progression on that play, Brock, but man, the defense took that away too.
Well, what they tell us yesterday in those production meetings, nothing comes easy. No easy completions from shots down the field to those checkdowns.
Oh my, it's intercepted in the end zone. Ncaa Fitzpatrick has got it.
Not a lot of one-play swings bigger than that one right there. That throw looked destined for 6, and instead, it gets intercepted by the defense. The only way to get bigger is if he somehow returned it 100-plus yards for 6 the other way. But what a gigantic swing of emotion.
On first down, it's Wilson. He lobs it deep middle. Wide open, downfield. Got it! There it is. Touchdown, Pittsburgh! The Steelers parlay the interception into points. Hope you weren't settled in to call a long drive there, partner, because it only took him a matter of seconds to go all 80 yards and hit pay dirt.
Are you kidding me? I love big plays just like everybody in the building loves big plays, and it took all of them. The guys up front doing their job, and certainly the playmakers to finish it.
That one right down the middle. And the Steelers push their lead to 18. Now Boswell on to send this away. Ty Chandler to return. And look at this return. And it's a nice return here. They'll tackle him shy of the 35.
At their own 33-yard line.
Ball at the 33 for first down. Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. Able to find Hawkinson. And the tackle's made just beyond midfield at the 48. It goes as a gain of 19 yards. And it'll bring up a Minnesota first down.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend, do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
First and 10, here's McCarthy. That one falls incomplete and brings us to the end of this third quarter. This is the end of the third quarter. It's not quite over yet, but it'd take a pretty miraculous comeback. We've got a 3-score game as we get set to start the fourth quarter. So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call. Operating from the gun, it's McCarthy. And they pick him off again! Picked off by Joey Porter Jr. Here's first and 10 from the 34. Russ now from the gun. Finds his back, Jalen Warren. Oh, what a stiff arm. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. Offense in the hurry up here. 2nd and 6 now. This one is hit by a defender and winds up incomplete.
You know, it's tough to succeed at linebacker in most defenses if you can't hold your own in coverage. They rely on you to break up throws just like that and take some of the stress off the secondary.
Throwing on 3rd, Wilson. Complete beyond the marker. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs. Offense up to the line fast. Russ is cooking again. Fits it through the middle. Running in the red zone. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh! The Steelers put up even more points in a win. Pat Fryermuth, the touchdown.